Yo, it's R60 back with another ray tracing showcase for you guys. Today, we're diving into XeSS Upscaling, also known as Intel Arc Super Sampling. Some say it's better than DLSS and FSR, but is that true? Let's find out. Before we jump into the benchmarks, I'll quickly cover some key facts about XeSS for those who might be new to this tech. Intel XeSS is an AI-driven upscaling technology that boosts performance by rendering games at a lower resolution and upscaling them to near native quality. It's optimized for Intel Arc GPUs but also works on older AMD and NVIDIA GPUs, even without dedicated AI hardware. XeSS uses AI and temporal data to balance visuals and performance, offering modes like performance, balance, and ultra quality for flexibility. If you want a deeper dive into upscaling, check out my video linked in the top right, where I compare AMD FSR and NVIDIA DLSS. Now that we covered the basics, let's dive right into the benchmarks. If you're new to my channel, here's how my benchmarks work. On the left side of the screen, you'll see my MSI Afterburner overlay. Pay close attention to the active FPS, which is the real-time frame rate, the average FPS, which is how performance trends over time, and the 1% lows, which will highlight stutters, though thankfully there aren't many in this video. Alright, here's the footage of XeSS running at native settings. Alright, so here's my thoughts on native. Performance is solid and actually outshines DLSS and FSR in most cases. However, I noticed a slight blur that wasn't present with other modes. Now let's move on to ultra quality. Alright, so we're on ultra quality, and this mode is actually new to me as it isn't offered by DLSS or FSR, so let's see how this performs. Alright, so right away I am noticing some lighting issues unique to XeSS, as this was not on DLSS or FSR when I tested it. The FPS was a bit lower here in this clip, but it felt smoother than DLSS and FSR on this map, where I previously dropped as low as 30 FPS. Overall, XeSS handled it well with only minor blurring and these not too terrible artifacts as you can see with the lighting. I mean, that may bug some people, me personally it doesn't. Moving into quality mode, the blur starts to become more noticeable, still it's subtle enough not to bother me personally.
Attention to the map! Lock. Lock. Attention to the designated grid square!
Performance remains strong, and XeSS continues to outshine FSR and DLSS in most scenarios. So far, XeSS is holding up well, but can it maintain this edge in balance mode? Oh, and if you found this video helpful so far, drop a like and maybe even subscribe. It means the world to me and helps me get closer to my 1000 sub goal. Thank you all. Now in the balance mode, the blur is more noticeable here, but still less severe than what I've experienced with SSR and DLSS.
Defend the C point. Negative. Lock.
Once again, XeSS delivers impressive optimization, keeping the visuals manageable and the performance high. I'm genuinely impressed right now. Here's the big question. How does XeSS hold up in performance and ultra performance modes? In the hangar, the blur becomes quite noticeable, but it still looks sharper than FSR and DLSS. So let's let the footage roll. I am actually surprised by how well XeSS performance mode holds up. By this point, FSR and DLSS became unplayable for me, but XeSS stayed rather crisp and ran strong. Finally, let's look at ultra performance. In the hangar, the blur is pretty heavy and I was worried about how that would affect gameplay, but I guess we'll have to see. Oh, so I'm looking over this and I still want to know where my RWR ping was. Like, either he was in a blind spot or I just didn't get pinged. Alright, anyways, while XeSS Ultra Performance beats FSR and DLSS in this mode by a long shot, I can't recommend it unless you absolutely need the extra FPS. At this level, the visual trade-offs start to outweigh the benefits, especially when you're including ray tracing. So what are my overall thoughts on XeSS? It's actually impressive. It outperformed DLSS and FSR in many cases, especially on lower end hardware, while still maintaining that nice and crisp look to a certain extent. I'd recommend XeSS to anyone looking for a performance boost without sacrificing too much visual quality. The best part is you can use it on lower end GPUs. It's like a win-win, although you will need to do your own benchmarks and test it out for yourself. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts or what upscaling tech you're going to use, and maybe even subscribe to help me hit that 1000 sub goal and get that Gaijin partnership. Thanks for watching, it's been R60 and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.